Animal Lookalikes, Alligators and Crocodiles. And the author is Joanne Matterson. Alligators or crocodiles. These two animals look a lot alike. They have a lot in common too, but they are not the same. One of these animals is an alligator, the other is a crocodile. Although they have many things in common, there are ways to tell them apart. Let's learn their secrets of alligators and crocodiles. Big reptiles. Alligators and crocodiles are both members of the reptile family. Reptiles have some interesting features. Reptiles are cold-blooded. This means that they cannot control their body temperature. If a reptile is warm place, its body temp goes up. If it's in a cold place, body temperature goes down. To keep their body at the right temperature, reptiles often lie in the sun to warm up. If they get too hot, they dig a hole into the ground or take a swim in the pond to cool off. Another thing reptiles have in common is their skin. Reptiles are covered with hard pieces of skin called scales. Reptiles also have a backbone and lungs to breathe air. Some animals give birth into live babies, but not reptiles. Almost all reptiles lay eggs. Alligators and crocodiles lay between 35 and 70 eggs. Both animals dig a hole into the ground and make a nest. After the mother lays her eggs, she covers the eggs with dirt. Alligator eggs hatch in 65 days. Crocodiles take longer to hatch, about 80 days. Scary predator. Another thing alligators and crocodiles have in common is that they both are predators. Both of these animals eat meat. Crocodiles and alligators hunt for fish, frogs, birds, turtles, and raccoons. They may also eat large animals like deer, wild pigs, or zebras. Once in a while, the alligator or crocodile will attack a human. Watch out. Both alligator and crocodiles are sneaky hunters. They lay quietly in the water. Only their nose, eyes, and ears stick out. These predators wait quietly until an animal comes up too close. Then they jump up and grab their prey. Alligators and crocodiles do not take the time to chew their food. They swallow it whole or tear it into smaller pieces and gulp them down. The crocodile family. Both alligator and crocodiles are part of the family called crocodilians. There are 4 different types of crocodilian family. The crocodilian family includes 14 species of crocodile. Other crocodilians include 2 kinds of alligators, 6 kinds of chameleons, and 1 gararo. Calamines look a lot like crocodiles, but they are a lot smaller. A gararo weighs up to 550 pounds, 250 kilograms, and has a long, skinny snout. Crocodilians are the world's biggest reptile. The small crocodilian is called Culver's dwarf chameleon. This is the size of a small adult. The largest is an idiopathic crocodile. This big guy can be as more than 23 feet 7 millimeters long. In the water. Both alligators and crocodiles spend a lot of time in the water. They are very strong swimmers. They use their webbed feet and long tail to move through the water. Alligators can only live in freshwater environments, such as ponds, swamps, ditches, lakes, and slow-moving rivers. Crocodiles can live in both freshwater and saltwater environments. Alligators and crocodiles breathe through their nose when they are above water. When they dive underwater, mussels close their nose holes so no water gets into their lungs and animals' lungs. Alligators and crocodiles have a big flap of skin at the back of their mouths. This flap closes when the animal opens its mouth underwater to grab its prey. Crocodiles and alligators can stay underwater for a long time. Their heart slows down and the blood vessels get smaller. These changes mean that the animal uses less oxygen. Crocodiles and alligators can stay underwater without breathing for more than an hour. Running on land. Crocodilians are great swimmers and they can move very quickly on land too. These reptiles have 3 ways of moving on land. The first is a belly crawl. The animal pushes itself along the ground. The second way is a high walk. These crocodiles or alligators stand up in the legs and run about 9 to 10 miles per hour, 15 to 16 kilometers per hour. The fastest way for an alligator or crocodile to move is to gallop. These animals use its back legs to push up the rest of the body forward in kind of a leap. Usually only smaller animals can do this, and they only gallop over short distances. However, they can reach speeds up to 20 miles, 32 kilolambs an hour. Where in the world? Alligators and crocodile have a lot in common, but there are some easy ways to tell them apart. The biggest difference is where they live. Crocodiles live in a lot more places than alligators do. Crocodiles live in Africa, Asia, and parts of Australia, South America, and North America. Crocodiles only live where it is hot all year round. In North America, crocodiles live in Mexico and southern Florida. Alligators only live 2 places on the earth. Almost all species of alligators live in North America. They live in Florida, Louisiana, parts of Texas, Georgia, Alabama, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Another kind of alligator lives in a small area in China. This alligator is called the Chinese alligator. The Chinese alligator is much smaller than the American alligator. All American alligators can grow up to 15 feet, 4.5 millimeters long, but a Chinese alligator is only about 5 feet, 1.5 meters long. Jaws and teeth. Another way to tell alligators and crocodiles apart is by looking at their snout. An alligator snout is round and shaped like the letter U. Its snout is bigger than a crocodile's snout. When alligator closes its mouth, only its top teeth can be seen. A crocodile's snout is long and narrow. It is shaped like the letter V. Also, when the crocodile closes its mouth, some of its top and bottom teeth stick out and around the sides of the snout. If you look closely at an American crocodile snout, you can see the big tooth on either side of the lower jaw that fits into a slot into the upper jaw. All crocodilians have powerful muscles in their jaw. These muscles allow the animal to clamp its jaws tightly that is almost impossible to pull them apart. However, the muscles that open the jaws aren't very strong at all. For this reason, a person can tie a strip of cloth around the alligator and crocodile's jaws at the mouth and will not be able to open its mouth. A person might even be able to hold the animal's mouth shut with his or her bare hands. An alligator or crocodile jaws don't just chomp their prey, they also help these animals find food to eat. Both animals have thousands of tiny bumps on their jaws. These bumps can feel the tiny movements in the water. These movements help the animal sense that a fish or another animal is near. Scaly colors. Another way to tell alligators and crocodiles apart is the color of their skin. Both of these animals are covered with thick, tough scales. These scales protect the animal from getting hurt. They also make the animal waterproof and protect them from the hot sun. An alligator's scales are dark green or black. A crocodile's skin is gray or pale green and lighter in color than an alligator's scales. American crocodiles have dark stripes on their bodies and tails when they are babies, but these stripes fade away as the animal grows. Both alligator and crocodiles use the color of their skin as camouflage. The color blends into the land around them and also helps them hide in the water. This helps the fierce predator hide when it is waiting to catch its prey. Both alligators and crocodiles can live for a long time. Crocodiles live longer than alligators do. That is probably because they are larger. Crocodiles can live up to 70 years, and some may be more than 100 years old. Alligators and chameleons only live for 30 to 40 years. Animals that live in the zoos or preserves usually live longer than animals in the wild. That is true because animals in the zoo have no natural predators and also have plenty of food to eat. Keeping alligators and crocodiles safe. Both alligators and crocodiles face threats from people. When people drain a swamp or build a home and businesses close to the water, alligators and crocodiles can lose their home. For many years, people killed these dangerous reptiles to protect themselves and their animals. Both animals were also hunted for their meat and their skin. Alligator and crocodile skin was used to make shoes, belts, purses, and more. By 1972, almost all crocodilians in the world were endangered. Since the 1970s, many countries have passed laws to protect alligators and crocodiles. The animals were given safe places to live. Crocodiles and alligators that threatened people were captured and moved into safer places. Luckily, all these works have paid off. Today, most of the population of wild crocodiles and alligators are increasing. King of the reptiles. Alligators and crocodiles are not the same. Many things about their body and where they live are different. However, these animals also have many things in common. One of the most important things is their share is the importance to the natural world. Alligators and crocodiles are important predators. They help keep the nature in balance. And just like all the other animals, alligators and crocodiles are special creatures. They may look a lot alike, but they are not the same. Each creature has its own special place on our planet.